guys and gals of the internet. I'm Jeremy. I'm the Guitar Hunter. I teach people how to buy and sell cool old guitars and gear. This week is an amazing week. It's an accomplishment that I really wanted to happen, and I've worked really hard for it, which is I have 1,000 subscribers. There are 1,000 of you who care about what I'm doing with guitars and gear. Hopefully this year you have learned to buy cool guitars and gear and that you have found cool things. I've been really amazed by the amount of people that have reached out saying, hey, I found this great guitar at this pawn shop. I used some tricks that you told me and I got it and now I can't stop playing it. That's amazing. That makes my heart very, very full. Over the last couple of years, I've sold 500 guitars, pretty easy. And what I think about when I think back about all of the guitars that I've bought and sold over the last couple of years, what keeps coming to mind, yes, there are guitars that I remember, but more than anything, I remember people that I ran into and people that I met. One of the stories I wanted to tell you is this guitar strap and this guitar. So this guitar strap, it's an old hand-tooled leather strap. It's really cool. It came with a 1975 Martin D35 that I bought and sold last year. And it has the name Dane on it. Dane was 77 years old. He lived in Brobridge, Louisiana, which is in the Atchafalaya Basin. It's in the swamps, and it's a crazy place. So we met at a tiny old Cajun gas station in the middle of nowhere in Louisiana, and I bought his D35. But before he left, we went in and we sat down and we just kind of talked about his life and his guitars. And he told me about this guitar and this guitar strap. His guitar was a 1975 Martin D35, and it was in really good shape. I could tell that he just played first position chords on it. And what he told me was that he bought it in 1975, and he bought it because he wanted to write love songs to his wife. And so he would just play, he'd write and play these love songs for his wife, and then she would sing along with him. They'd play at churches, and they'd play all around at different county or parish fairs. And they would just kind of be, it was a way that they connected to one another, and it was amazing. And he told me about how over the last 10 years his wife had gotten sick, and he hadn't been able to play guitar much. And earlier in 2007, the end of 2017, his wife had died. And he said that one of the last things he did for her was that he played guitar for her and he sang to her, and he sang these love songs that he'd written for her. Right after his wife died, Dane was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and he was starting to forget things and starting to lose the ability to remember how to play guitar. And he said that he wanted to sell his guitar when he could remember it and that he could connect with the person who ever buys it. So I explained to him, hey, I'm not a guitar collector. I tend to find guitars and I find people that love them and I connect them. And he said, that's all I would ever want, is for someone to buy this that loves it. And so I bought his guitar, and as we're packing up, as we're putting stuff in the case, normally I kind of offer all the case candy back to the person, saying, hey, here's some old picks, and here's some old strings, and here's your guitar strap. As I went to hand him the guitar strap, he said, no, I want you to keep it. I said, well, it says your name on it. He says, well, I want you to remember me. And so I play this guitar strap. It has the strap locks now. I play this on all of my electric guitars. And I remember Dane whenever I play it. That is what great guitars do. They connect you to people and they connect you to places. Dane became a dear friend in a matter of 20 minutes of sitting down and hearing his story about how I love my wife, I love music, music makes the world a better place, and I want you to remember me and I want you to remember that. So it's a really humbling and amazing thing. And this electric guitar, you've seen me play it, you've heard me talk about it, but I've never done like a formal explanation of what it is, why I have it, why this is one of the guitars that I keep. There are times that I feel sad or I feel guilty. Guilty is probably a better word. Sometimes I feel guilty that I don't collect guitars. My wife is thankful. She does not want me to have a big collection of guitars. But there are certain guitars that come into my world that are going to stay forever. I don't have many. I've got 2 right now that are just there with me forever. This is one of them. This is a Rude Guitars. I don't even know what we call this. Evan Dowie in South Louisiana builds these. He lives in New Orleans now. He is unbelievably talented. He's a young guy, and he is so great at building guitars. And he, with this guitar, we just said, hey, let's just build like the perfect hollow body for you. So I got to pick every bit of pickguard and pickups and bridge and how we built the body and what kind of wood we use for the body. So this is a limbo bodied semi-hollow it's an all nitro finish. I put a cut telly bridge on the back end because I wanted it to be kind of bright. I put straight up, we made just these badass PAF wax pot humbuckers for it. We did a full CTS pot and switch, 1 volume, 1 tone. Basically, I love Starcasters, but I think that there are 2 critical flaws with them. One, the neck angle is always wrong, so they're always goofy. And then the other thing is their headstock is so big and so heavy that they're just way too neck heavy. So on this guitar, I wanted most of the weight to be in the body, and I wanted it to be a lighter headstock. On top of that, we did flame maple. I'll do some close-up shots. So we did flame maple, we did relic nickel tuners, we did relic everything pretty much. And it's awesome. There is not another guitar like this in the world, and I'm thankful for that, and I'm humbled by the fact that Evan built this for me. He is a wonderful guitar player. He's become a dear friend. And so one of the things that you find is, in my experience, over 15 years of buying and selling guitars, the more I do it, the more friends I make, and I become just dearly connected to people in the guitar world. And that's what you should do. You should buy and sell guitars, but don't miss. Listen, you're missing the point if you're just buying and selling guitars. You have to understand that there are just wonderful friendships that are out there for you along the way. And sure, you're going to meet plenty of jerks that are just in it for the money, and they're just in it to whatever self-gratification they want. But there are wonderful people along the way. Like Dane, like Norm. Norm, I bought that 55 D18 from. When I look back over the last year of really committing to document the process of buying and selling guitars, I cannot help but think about Evan, think about Dane, think about Norm. So guitars are a great way for you to enter into genuine relationships with people. What great guitars have you found this year? What do you want me to cover on the challenge going forward and on this YouTube channel? This channel is for you. I love buying and selling guitars, and I also love sharing what I'm learning along the way. So I want this to be oriented to you. So what do you want to know? What are the struggles you have when buying guitars? Is that, how do I know what guitars are worth? How do I know where to find them? How do I buy and sell them safely? How do I commission a custom instrument? That's a really fun topic to talk about. I want to be a resource to you. So as you learn to be a guitar hunter, what do you want to know? I'm Jeremy. I'm the Guitar Hunter. I help you buy and sell cool old guitars and gear. If you dig this video, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and most importantly, tag me in cool pictures. When you find cool stuff, send it to me on Instagram or on Facebook. I'd love to see it. Thanks everybody for watching this video. We'll see you soon.